And we're back for more. Enjoy your bonus stream. Let's. Got character stories.
Oh, just look how you've grown. To think you'd produce such a bounty. And you've flourished as well. I'm so proud of you, my lovelies.
Quite the passionate one, aren't you?
Don't sneak up behind people like that. Hasn't anyone told you it's rude?
Apologies. I was just curious. What are you doing here?
If you must know, I'm harvesting herbs. I thought I might make them into medicine for the injured.
That would be helpful. Lord Serenoa will be pleased as well.
And I am oh so happy to please. I am quite taken with powerful people. People like Lord Serenoa. You'll tell him I'm doing my best to be useful to him, won't you?
Wait. That plant. It induces paralysis, does it not?
Quite knowledgeable you are. Did you know it can also be used for pain relief?
The same plant can be both a poison and a medicine?
Yes, depending on how it's used. And yet, people still try to force plants into one category or another. Good and therefore valuable, or bad and therefore detested. Foolish, don't you think? These little ones are neither good nor bad. They just are.
You treat them as if they were your children.
Perhaps it seems strange to care for a plant, which is no more than a tool for making medicines or poisons, but...
Minister Idor, about that experiment. I think we are on the verge of discovering how to better stabilize the subject.
Wait. We are not alone. Show yourself! Milo, why do you eavesdrop on us?
Don't be upset. As your spy, I thought it behooved me to keep abreast of important information.
Unnecessary. You need only do as I instruct.
But that would make me no better than a tool.
Does that displease you? Worry not. I take good care of my tools, so long as they serve me well. But should they act out of line, they will be disposed of.
Even tools have feelings.
What was that?
Nothing you need concern yourself with. Anyway, I'm certain my herbs will benefit House Wolford. Please pass on my warmest regards to Lord Serenoa.
Princess Cordelia, are you here without so much as a single bodyguard?
Yes. Today I've come to speak with my people. Tell me true what troubles you.
Oh my, is that truly Cordelia? What's that ass-frosty pawn of a princess doing here?
How dare you besmirch Her Highness's good name? Say that again and you'll...
Let them speak their minds, Yuet. I'm here to provide, not to punish. Tell me what you need, plainly and honestly.
Might you spare some porridge? My poor child lies sick abed, hungry.
We have food enough for all. I shall send you some out at once, and a healer to you as well. Fear not. Your child should be back on her feet in due course.
Oh, thank you, Your Highness.
All the rumors said she was a traitorous puppet. Yet here she is, being kind and reasonable.
She's always been a champion of the people.
Your Highness, we beg you forgive us our slander.
They're no longer quite so restless.
During the Esfrosti occupation, I was sealed away inside the castle. I was but an ornament, perched on the castle balcony, unable to speak to you as I do now. It is no wonder you believed as you do. No one stood before you to tell you the truth.
Halt! Not one step closer!
Esfrost may have been driven off, but now you've sold us to the traitorous House Wolfforts!
Aye! Lord Landroy's blood stains your hands!
Our homes burned to the ground in the fighting. We'll take your head before your damn food!
Refugees from the Falk's domain.
I accept full responsibility. You have every right to hate me as you do.
What could she possibly owe you lot?
Take it up with Esfrost. They're the ones who invaded our kingdom in the first place. The princess has fulfilled her duty. Alone, no less, with King Regna and Prince Franny gone. She put the lives of her subjects above all else.
I'll not stand for anyone speaking ill of Her Highness. Not after she's pledged to save my child.
Everyone, please! Brave souls of House Falks, pray hear my words. I understand that you see not in me, but the enemy of your beloved Lord Landroy. I make no excuses for myself. Your lord loved this kingdom as much as anyone. Please understand that I love it too. Each and every one of us trod a path paved with pain and sorrow to arrive here today. But we must keep our eyes fixed upon a shared horizon, tempting though it may be to gaze upon the cracks in the path that divide us. I ask only that you keep your heads held high, and join me in striving to rebuild Glenbrook to be stronger than ever before. I swear to you that I will give all of myself in service to this kingdom. I will show this with my every action, for I know that my words hold little purchase with you now. Should you feel that I have wronged you in you, or lied to you once more, at that time you may have my head.
Your Highness!
Sounds like you mean it. If you'd go that far, I reckon I can give you one last chance. But mark my words, my blade shall claim you if you renege on what you've said today.
May it be so.
Most impressive, Your Highness. It would seem your words truly did reach the people's hearts. I can only hope this begins to heal the rift between the people and the royal family.
Even if it means speaking to every last one of my subjects in person, I shall see it done.
All right then.
I can't thank you two enough.
You needn't thank me. We're just helping each other out, no?
Indeed. I was in need of a few extra hands, so the help was more than welcome.
Still, I owe you two. I promise I won't forget this.
Was that Hasabara and Ian's? It seems you've been busy these days.
I had some favors to ask of them. Ever since my crew lost their jobs, I've been trying to help them find new ones. Then one day it hit me. I could have them work for those guys. They trust my crew and could keep a close eye on them.
I see. An admirable plan, if I do say so myself.
I thought the ones good with their hands could work at the smithy, and the talkers who know their liquor at Hasabara's tavern. Those two agreed without a second thought. Can't thank them enough.
It couldn't have happened without you, Travis. You know your crew's merits better than anyone else. And thanks to all your hard work lately, it seems both the tavern and smithy are back in business.
For a while, I wasn't sure what would happen to us, but it looks like we might be making an honest living after all. That's half a weight off my mind.
Would the other half happen to be your daughter?
Probably.
Trish was born into the bandit life because of me. All she knows is thieving, so it ain't easy for her to just start living an honest life all of a sudden. I wonder how she's doing now. I just hope she ain't sad.
I don't think there's anything for you to worry about. She is your daughter, after all.
Yeah, boss.
What are you doing here? I don't need you to cheer me up over my own daughter.
Boss, I heard something about that merchant what upset you the other day. They said he was sulking around town with lumps the size of melons on his head.
It wasn't me, I swear.
Then that must mean...
It's gotta be Trish.
There's no way she'd let a bastard like him get away clean.
Like I said, there's nothing for you to worry about. Probably.
Everything's
Oh,
fine.
Trish.
No, we're the letter.
Glenbrook has withdrawn from the sanctions and reopened trade with us.
King Roland is truly a man of his word.
Furthermore, during the battle for the Crown City, our forces sustained nary a scratch, while the Asfrosti were all but crushed. We could not have asked for a more auspicious outcome.
An outcome that would not have been possible without the Elfric we supplied them. Still, Minister Serenoa and House Wolford must be given credit for aiding in our victory.
Minister Exham, how strange to hear you lavish such praise upon another.
I am only speaking truth. Leaving Minister Serenoa in Glenbrook's hands is unwise.
I agree. As one of the Sanctuary Seven, he belongs here with us.
Of course. We shall bring him under our thumb. The Holy One has plans for the young lord. Making him our creature has the added benefit of bringing his entire domain under Hyzantian rule.
But I doubt His Majesty will be so willing to part with him.
Oh, indeed. And yet King Roland owes us a great debt, which will be all the greater after we help him rebuild the Crown City. We will so overwhelm him with generosity, he will be unable to refuse us anything.
So, You mean to seize Glenbrook as well, Minister Edor? Somehow I am unsurprised.
I seek nothing more than to spread the goddess's grace and wisdom. To Glenbrook and even Esfrost, until her divine protection shelters Nozeria in its entirety. That is what the goddess desires, and therefore, what the Hierophant desires as well.
Is this all of it?
Yes, my lord. This is all the cargo we were able to carry. Our comrades at the mine should be putting the final touches on everything right about now.
And why is no one telling me what is happening? I don't even know what cargo you are hauling.
We're only following Archduke Gustadolf's orders, my lord.
Yes, I understand that. Stop your sniveling. Perhaps you may have heard the Archduke has summoned me to Ironstone. This may be the last time I serve at this fort. As such, I would like to show my appreciation for everything you've done. Do you have a moment?
The sentiment is appreciated, my lord, but the Archduke insisted we make haste.
And did he also insist you spit in the face of his uncle's generosity?
No, my lord. Of course not. I meant no disrespect. We shan't refuse your gracious offer.
Come with me.
Can all that cargo truly be naught but iron ore? I suppose I shall have to find out what it is for myself.
Were those the only ones?
I do not understand. There were far more soldiers here when I came scouting.
They've mined more since the last time we were here. Perhaps the enemy is further within.
Likely that's the case. But navigating these twisted tunnels ain't gonna be fun.
Indeed. The enemy may be waiting to ambush us around any corner. I advise we familiarize ourselves with the nearby tunnels before we head any deeper into the mine, Lord Serenoa.
Agreed. Let's take care to cover our tracks while we look around.
Alright, let's fight.
Benedict, these spheres everywhere. Unless I'm mistaken, they're explosives.
Yes, a means Lord Dragan devised for breaking through the bedrock. They aren't as powerful as blast crystals, but they are simple to set and can be manipulated to go off at the same time.
Reckon I'll go collect whatever charges are left, my lord. Just to be safe.
Thank you. I do not find it strange that there are explosives in a mine, only that they have been left here.
Indeed. As deadly as they are, one would hope they were stored more safely.
You'd think the miners would have put them at the far end of the tunnel if they meant to use them.
But they're everywhere, along the whole length.
If they were to detonate, the entire tunnel would collapse.
Then they must have been left here on purpose.
Intruders! Get them!
The Asfrosti army! The Asfrosti mean to seal off the mine!
Do not let them through the tunnel. Kill them.
But this is House Wolfort we're up against, Commander.
You think I don't know that? The battle won't be easily won. But if we've the metal to use our explosives, victory may cost us our lives, but we can take those Wolfort curs with us. For Esfrost, for an end to Hysantian tyranny. We must blockade the mines. Soldiers, make ready. Aye!
No, they don't mean to. They would blow the tunnel at the cost of their own lives?
They'd do anything to destroy House Wolfort, apparently. I don't know why you recognize it, but whatever. Fuck it, let's go.
Comrades, we will seal off the mines, whatever it takes.
If it costs us our lives to destroy our enemy, so be it. Detonate the charges and let them rot in pieces among the iron.
We've no hope if they set off the explosives. Do not take this lightly. They're willing to martyr themselves to defeat us.
Shall we begin? Fear not, for I am by your side.
My turn. shadows conceal me.
Oh man, wouldn't it bring stone?
Let's play.
Delectable.
Damn.
Here I come.
Come on, then. Saw right through you.
All right, the rest of you, keep going. Blow up the tunnel and seal off the mines.
Damn! We need to hurry before the explosives go off. Forward! Death from above! Ha-ha!
Here goes. Take this. Let's go. I must do my duty. My time is now. Stay down.
You cannot impede progress! Lionel's coin purse grows heavier!
Let me heal your wounds.
Time to work. Into the shadows.
Out! Time to take flight. Take that!
Come on, then. This might sting some.
Curses! I need this.
The show must go on.
Impressed?
I'll try my best. Hey, Switch! Let's go! There!
The heavens judge you. Tremble in fear.
You cannot impede progress?
Over here!
Blow.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me. Yes, this will do.
The hunt is on. Lend me your wings, Flugy!
Leave everything to me. This might sting some.
Defeat is not an option.
Now what to do?
What should I do? You'll feel this later. My turn now. Will this do it?
The heavens judge you!
Let me heal your wounds. Your wounds are
I feel much better.
You cannot impede progress?
Whatever.
Time for a lavish display.
Your orders? You won't catch me.
The hunt is on!
From where shall we strike? Perish!
Feisty, aren't we?
Here goes.
Now what to do? You won't know up from down.
Behold true power.
Let's go.
Shall we begin?
Bastard.
Lionel has arrived!
Leave everything to me.
This battle is ours.
For the honor of House Wolford.
Is it my turn? Very well.
Choices, choices. Think you can catch me?
Let's go. I'll do what I can.
Thank you, friend.
Cool heads shall prevail.
You cannot impede progress?
Feisty, aren't we?
This battle is ours. Lend me your wings, Flugu!
For the honor of House Wolford. Now that hit the mark.
Here goes.
Behold true power.
My turn.
Now what to do?
Shall we begin?
I won't hold you back.
Back at you.
Have you brought coin?
Impressed?
Now it's my turn.
The hunt is on.
This man victory
Allow
is
me!
ours! Here goes! Take this!
The situation is grim.
The heavens judge you! The heavens reign! The heavens bless me!
There we go.
My turn.
This victory is within reach.
Now what to do? You won't know up from down. Dance, poison!
Shall we begin?
Be gone with you!
Wolford bastards! We'll have no home to return to if we fail to seal the mines off.
More soldiers. We need to stop them before they can set off the explosives.
My turn now.
To end this fight!
Have you brought coin?
Too obvious. Leave everything to me.
This battle is ours. I must keep a clear mind. You'll feel this later.
Carefully. Here!
We win. My time is now.
My turn.
Sound strike. I will lead you. Victory is within reach.
Now what to do? Good night!
Let me heal your wounds.
My turn now.
I must not give it my all.
You are so
Profit
naive.
comes to the prepared. Your fortune wanes!
Come on, then.
The hunt is on.
Now then. Here goes. I can do it.
When a wolf is cornered. Death from above! That hit the mark.
Time to work.
This is the end. I can do this. This too is fate.
Now what to do? That must have hurt.
Let me heal your wounds.
Allow me. I can keep going.
Back at you. Impressed?
Lionel has arrived! This your fortune wanes! Yes!
Leave everything to me. The hunt is on. Lend me your wings, Flugu. This battle is won.
Is it my turn? I knew it would work!
I will end this.
This is the end.
Forward! Now I end this.
You will not hear me scream. Stay down!
Now what to do?
I see right through you.
His frosty soldiers have been dealt with. The mine is ours again. But why was Esfrost so desperate to keep it from us?
We all know.
That was close. To think they tried to collapse the tunnel with themselves still inside.
Why would the Esfrosti blow themselves up to destroy the place they were charged to defend? It makes no strategic sense.
Nothing Esfrost does make sense. But if they were this desperate, there must be something in there they do not want us finding. We must see what lies at the end of this tunnel.
Then let us press on.
Oh! These pink rocks aren't iron.
It's salt. Or rather, salt crystal.
Crystallized salt, untapped beneath the earth. The Rosellan legend my mother recorded is true.
The Grand Norzellian mines must have been built upon a vein of crystals. This explains how Esfrost was able to cut ties with Hyzant.
As long as they could excavate their own, they didn't need to rely on the salt from the Holy State. They could fight without it.
How do you think Gustadolf discovered this?
Lord Dragan was in charge of the mines, until he was assassinated in that sudden Esfrosti raid, which Gustadolf used as a pretense to invade Glenbrook, after which he claimed control of the mines. That tells me Lord Dragan was likely the first to discover the salt crystals. However, a struggle ensued between him and Gustadolf over their ownership.
So Gustadolf had him killed and ordered the invasion of Glenbrook. In order to seize control of the mines and secure the salt crystals for himself. That scheming bastard!
Looks like we made the right call, taking back the mines. They already took loads of salt crystals to the Duchy, but even that ain't gonna last them forever.
Indeed. If we can hold the mines, Esfrost will have no choice but to surrender.
And what if they discover another vein of salt crystals elsewhere?
A real possibility, if the Rosellan legend is to be believed. But the Grand Norzellian mines only succeeded because all three powers worked together. If this is the kind of terrain salt crystals are found in, Esfrost cannot dig a new mine all on their own that easily.
Meaning they are at their most vulnerable now, without a source of salt to call their own.
This does not concern only Esfrost. The existence of salt crystals will undermine the very foundation upon which Hyzant is built.
If people knew that, then the two pillars of Hyzantian power, the source and the might of their goddess, would crumble.
And it would prove the Rosellan legend is true. If we reveal the truth, they would be forced to free the Rosell they've imprisoned.
We hold the very future of Norzellia in our hands.
Whatever we decide to do, we cannot decide it lightly.
Indeed. For now, let us return to the Crown City. Huet, send word to the capital. I want Kingdom soldiers posted around this entire area. Tell them to allow no one anywhere near the mines.
It shall be done, sire.
This must be what the old man was hoping to find.
So, our army failed to secure the Grand Norzelian mines.
It would seem House Wolfort interfered. Glenbrook forces already surround the area, so retaking the mines is likely out of the question.
They must have discovered the salt crystals. Damn them. Gather our soldiers, and be quick about it.
Aye, Your Grace.
I see you finally decided to answer my summons, Svarog.
I shan't use laboring in secret to complete the death knell as an excuse. Punish me as you see fit. If you think you can, that is.
I ought to wipe that impertinent smile off your face.
I saw what they brought in from the Grand Norzelian mines.
Huh. So you know of the salt crystals?
Enough secrets, Gustadolf. Tell me what you are planning.
To use those salt crystals to put the final nail in Hyzan's coffin. To free the people of Norzelia from their tyranny by ending their monopoly over salt.
By which you mean the strong will be free to trample the weak. Is that it?
I will not argue semantics. Though it is at least far more human to struggle for one's own survival, rather than capitulate to the whims of some goddess. People have the right to discover their own strength, and wield it to claim what is rightfully theirs. Just as you are contesting me at this very moment, Uncle.
How long have you known of the salt crystal's existence?
I learned of the possibility long ago, when I read of them in an old text from the archives. Ancient knowledge should never be discarded, as you well know, since you had Dragan study there to perfect his explosives.
You are the one who had him killed.
Spare me your unfounded speculation.
I heard all that happened from the Wolforts. They were there when he drew his last breath. Act the fool, and you shall be revealed as one, Gustadolf. Dragan oversaw the mine. It only stands to reason that he would have discovered the salt crystals first. So you, in your greed, had him killed, so that you might claim his discovery for your own. Not only that, but you used his murder as a pretext to invade Glenbrook. Am I wrong?
Huh. You have an admirable imagination. Admirable, but mistaken. Your son was quite the ambitious man, you know.
What do you mean?
You know very well what I mean. Indeed, Dragan did discover the salt crystals. Who else do you think told me of their existence? Yet he refused to hand them over unless I made him Prime Minister of Esfrost. And your son's scheming didn't end there. At the same time, he had initiated negotiations with Glenbrook. He offered them salt crystals in exchange for a noble title. He sought to fatherland and foe for all he could get.
Lies! All of it! How dare you dishonor my son's name!
House Wolfort fed you a fairy tale, and you gobbled it right up because it aligned with what you wanted to believe. Uncle, now is not the time for family squabbles. Glenbrook now knows of the salt crystals. It is but a matter of time until Hyzant learns of them as well. We must make ready to stand against them.
What would you have me do?
The Death's Knell is taking far too long to build. See that it is finished with haste. Do that, and I will name you my Prime Minister, so you may fulfill your dearly departed son's dream in his stead.
Very well.
There is no time to waste. War will be upon our doorstep before we know it. A war to end all wars. A war whose victor shall rule Norzelia in her glorious entirety.
All right, find out if we got it next. We're going to chapter 17.
Deep in the Grand Norzelian mines lay a most unexpected discovery. Crystals of pure salt. Now in possession of knowledge that could alter the course of history in Norzelia, the members of House Wolford gather at Whiteholm Castle to discuss their next move.
Unexpected though it may be, the salt crystals are now ours. How shall we proceed?
Carefully, for it has the potential to alter the balance of power across Norzelia. This is an opportunity to reshape the realm to our benefit. We must be strategic.
It's a target on our backs is what it is. There'll be no peace for us so long as we hold him.
Hyzant will set upon us with a fury we've never known if they hear of this.
She's right. They will stop at nothing to defend their faith.
Nor will Esfrost go quietly into the night.
Then let us prepare for when word does spread, rather than fret over how long we can keep the secret. Whether we protect the salt as ours, or find another way to use it, we must act soon.
What say you, Your Majesty?
We find ourselves at a crossroads. Not just as a kingdom, but an entire realm. Our decision will touch every life in Norzelia. I too wish to act quickly. But I beg you all for a moment alone with my thoughts.
Your caution is admirable, but ill-advised. Hesitation could cost us everything.
That much is obvious. Yet I cannot race headlong into the unknown when so much depends upon us.
Benedict, I find myself unmoored as well. I wish to hear from all present before we decide upon a course of action.
As you wish. Pray let it be swift.
Serenoa, answer me this. Can I count on you to walk the path with me, whatever it may be?
I was named Lord of House Wolford long before I was inducted into the Saintly Seven. And I've been your friend even longer still.
Say no more. Take the others to Castle Wolford and await my word. Likewise, inform me of any movements from Hyzant.
As you wish. Until we meet again.
Alright, more story.
I thought I told you not to sneak up behind me like that.
It's been some time since a bird came from Hyzant, hasn't it?
Huh. So you were spying on me. Did Wolford order this?
No. Lord Serenoa is not the type to have his people surveilled. But as his retainer, I would be remiss not to keep an eye out for those who might intend him harm.
I suppose there's no fooling you. Yes, I am Hyzant's spy. Do what you will with me. I fear neither torture nor execution.
We would gain nothing by doing either. A plant may be poisonous or medicinal after all. Depending on how we use you, you could still serve House Wolfort.
I am a human being. Do not liken me to a mere object.
Even tools have feelings. You said it yourself, no?
So you did hear me.
You should understand this by now, Milo. Lord Serenoa would never use you, or any of us, as mere tools.
Indeed, he is too trusting. He would be easy to poison, had I a mind to do so.
Grant peaceful sleep to the wounded beast. What is the meaning of this?
Should House Wolfort rise in opposition to Hyzant, Serenoa is to be killed. It's a coded message. I only just received it. My master sees me as nothing but a tool. Now that my identity has been found out, my life is as good as forfeit. My master disposes of tools once they are no longer useful to him, you see. But he cannot dispose of me if I dispose of him first.
Then you will aid us.
No. I will use you. I may be a tool, but I have my pride. I came here seeking power that I might protect myself. To avoid being disposed of, I needed to align myself with a strong house.
You're a tough one, aren't you?
As tough as a weed, and poisonous too.
Racking up the achievements tonight.
Go on, have another glass. I'm offering top shelf drink for bottom shelf prices tonight. No need to fret over your coin purses.
See? This is why we keep coming back. Nobody treats us better than our Hasabara.
Quite the crowd tonight, eh? Good to see it.
All thanks to you for supplying me with that mead.
Thanks to my good fortune, you mean. I got it for so cheap on account of the batch not measuring quite up to the brewer's usual standards.
Still, look at how happy it's made them. There's nothing I love more than seeing my tavern full to bursting like this. Thank you, Eridor. Truly.
It's nothing, honest.
Ah! And just like that, they've nearly drank me dry. Might have to close up early tonight.
Celebrating something, Hasabara. Whatever it is, we'll drink to that. Pour us around.
I wish I could. Seems the barrels have run dry tonight. But if you'll come back on the morrow...
Run dry? You've enough for these drunkards? You can't spare a drop for those of us who are risking our lives for you on the battlefield? Ah! Hey! Who are you calling a drunkard?
Don't you fools go spoiling the one spot of happiness we've had in a long while.
Enough! My tavern's a place for forgetting troubles, not stirring them up. You do well not to look down your noses at the very people you've sworn an oath to protect. You want respect? Go out there and earn it by ending the war. Then there'll be drink aplenty to go around.
You tell them, Hasabara. They're no better at us.
You lot aren't blameless either, you know. These soldiers do put their lives on the line to protect yours. They get enough grief on the battlefield without you giving it to them off it.
I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me.
No, I shouldn't have let my temper flare.
Look, there's still some drink left here. How's about you raise a glass together?
Yeah. You can have some of ours, too.
Well, don't mind if I do.
Level head you've got on your shoulders there, Hasabara.
It helped that you pitched in when you did.
Ah, now that hits the spot.
Doesn't it? Here, I'll pour you another.
See? Now this is what I live for. Giving people a place they can come together and leave the worries of the world behind for a while. Somehow, I know this is what Theo would have wanted me to do. If only I could raise a glass with him.
Aye, I reckon he'd be proud. You've made a spot of sunshine for people that don't get much of it these days. People like me.
What with business booming again, it looks like I'm going to have my hands full for a while. Don't you worry for your mama, Theo. As long as there's ale to be poured and smiles on her customers' faces, she'll be just fine.
Quahog.
Tell me, Minister
Anna,
Lila.
I had a
is her
vision.
mother.
I saw that you were investigating my past.
Nothing gets by you, it seems. I've been looking into the man your mother spoke to. I thought it would give us a clue to her identity.
Did you find anything?
I wished to ask him about the exchange myself, but it appears he went into hiding right after that. I did find a letter addressed to you in an abandoned house. I think your mother gave it to him.
My dearest Quahog, I would love nothing more than to see you again before this letter comes into your hands. No doubt this has been a difficult time for you, and I apologize for not explaining myself before I left. I did this to protect you from Idor.
I knew it.
I could not
It's
bear
Lila.
to see him use you in his foul schemes. My beloved son, how I wish to see you again. But I cannot. Not yet. I swear I will return for you someday. Promise me that you will be a good boy until then.
I don't quite understand, but it sounds like she misses me.
Indeed it does.
Then that means she didn't abandon me out of hate. I was so scared. I thought she'd never come and I'd be alone forever.
You have nothing to be afraid of, Quahog.
Anna, I hope I can see my mother again someday.
And you will.
Really?
Once this war is over, your mother will have heard of your deeds and will come for you. You can ask her all about the circumstances then. You can tell her how upset you were. Have hope, Quahog. Believe in your heart that day will come.
I will. And when I finally see Mother, I'm going to hug her just like this, and never ever let go.
Ah, Milo has sent a dispatch from Glenbrook. Deep within the Grand Rosalian mines lies... It would seem salt crystals were found within.
Impossible!
The discovery of salt outside the source explains Gustadolf's recent provocations.
How can you be so calm? The teachings tell us that salt is a blessing, bestowed only upon the goddess's followers. The discovery of these salt crystals is an existential threat to Hyzant.
Salt crystals are salt too. We need only keep word of this discovery from spreading.
Of course. But how?
The Hierophant has spoken. Minister Exham, you shall raise an army and seize the Grand Norzelian mines in Hyzant's name.
The Hierophant asks us to invade Glenbrook?
Do you have another way to silence King Roland and his royal hounds in House Wolfort?
Minister Serenoa is one of us, and thus is honor-bound to heed the Hierophant's word. But we know not if he will do so, or if he will cast his lot with his precious king. You shall ask him yourself when you surround Castle Wolfort en route to the mine.
And if he resists?
You are free to deal with him, as we do with all who forsake the goddess.
Have you heard the popular rumor, Lord Claris?
That Hyzant intends to raise an army against Glenbrook? Yes, I am familiar.
So it's reached the Consortium then. Is it true?
King Roland has only just reclaimed the Crown City with Hyzant's help, not to mention restored relations with them. Ordinarily, such a thing would be unthinkable, but the rumors are so persistent that I think something may be afoot.
For example?
I wouldn't be so restless if I had an example to give.
Esfrost gathers its troops at Twinsgate. Might they have heard the rumors as well?
Perhaps. A battle for the very soul of Norzelia may loom on the horizon. But therein lies the opportunity for merchants like us. You can't wage war without a surfeit of supplies.
You're quite right about that.
And each shift in Norzelia's power balance opens new business opportunities.
Will the Consortium continue trading with Hyzant?
'Tis difficult to say. I believe House Wolfort's actions from here on will be key to the Consortium's decision.
House Wolfort, you say?
Indeed. They've been involved in most every conflict between the three nations on this continent. Why stop now? I shall wait and see how Lord Serenoa responds first, lest I make any hasty decisions.
Everybody's gearing up. It's almost time.
I am gladdened to see each and every one of you, my ironclad brothers in arms, here at Twinsgate. I have asked you here to tell you of a most fortuitous discovery. We have found crystals of salt deep in the Grand Norzelian mines. Alas, Glenbrook has taken those very mines from us. What's worse, Glenbrook's esteemed House Wolfort is led by one of the Saintly Seven of Hyzant. They will no doubt be informed of the salt crystals, and their precious religion will be shaken to its core. I trust you can all imagine how Hyzant will respond to such an affront. They will not go quietly, but will instead seek the crystals for themselves, that their reign of terror may continue unimpeded. Therefore, we must subdue Glenbrook and seize the mines for Esfrost if we are to counter this grave threat. But we cannot stop there, for that will only draw Hyzant to our gates. They will stop at nothing to conquer all of Norzelia in their name. The Duchy has never been in a more precarious position. But we will not yield. We subscribe to no faith, and we bend the knee for no king. We shall greet our enemies at Twinsgate with cold, hard steel. Our newest weapon, the Death's Knell, is nearly complete. With it, we shall strike back at Hyzant. The false goddess shall crumble beneath the sheer force of our iron will, and Hyzant reduced to rubble along with her. Raise your swords, my black iron heroes. Your names shall be cast in iron when the histories of this day are written. You shall be known as the defenders of Esfrost! Hurrah! For Esfrost!
Oh yes. The death snare will reduce many a falsehood to rubble, dear Gustadolf.
Hyzant has learned of the salt crystals. Minister Exham of the Saintly Seven wastes no time in mustering his army, which now marches on the Grand Norzelian mines. Elsewhere, Gustadolf amasses his own forces at Twins Gate in anticipation of the war to come. All eyes are on Glenbrook, where Roland and Serenoa's pronouncement could touch off a battle for the soul of Norzelia. After much deliberation, Roland makes his way to Castle Wolffort to inform Serenoa of the decision that now weighs heavy on his heart.
I appreciate you coming all this way, Roland.
I was the one who asked for your time, so it is only natural I make the journey. I wish to tell you that I finally made up my mind.
And I would hear your decision if you were willing to share it with me.
I've long pondered over the one thing that Norzelia needs most. I thought back on the Salt Iron War. 30 years have passed, yet the root of our conflict remains the same. Each nation still thinks only of itself, wishing to fill its coffers even at the expense of others. But who bears the brunt of such a war?
The people.
Exactly so. The avarice of the ruler is an existential threat to their loyal subjects.
And yet without that wealth, the people suffer just as much. They languish in poverty.
This much is obvious. But there can be no winner without a loser. Remove one, and you necessarily remove the other. If we achieve equality, we achieve peace.
And how do you propose we achieve? No. No, surely you don't mean...
Yes. The goddess's teachings. All can live as equals under the goddess. An authority greater than any king. The model nation was in front of us all along, Serenoa. The holy state of Hyzant. I have decided that we must give the salt crystals in the Grand Norzelian mines to Hyzant.
And in so doing, you'll give them control of all Norzelia.
Exactly. There will be no more squabbling over salt. Norzelia will know eternal peace at last.
Unequal peace, surely. One built on the backs of a people like the Roselle, if not the Roselle themselves.
I am not blind to that fact. But so few will suffer for the good of so many. Nothing in this world is perfect, Serenoa. The sacrifice of the few for the good of the many. It's the only clear answer, and one I would give every time I were asked.
Submitting to the goddess will rob you of your kingship.
So be it. My crown. My pride. They are but small prices to pay for peace.
You are truly prepared to throw it all away.
Join me, Serenoa. Let us unite Norzelia under the Holy State.
Roland, this is quite sudden.
I understand. Pray, take all the time you need. I expect Frederica will want nothing to do with this plan. seeing as it forsakes her people. I am already mourning the rift this may cause between you. But I shall not be swayed. This will be my final act as Glenbrook's king.
King Roland's anguish plays plainly across his face. It pains me to see him so tortured.
I am not surprised. The future of our kingdom, to say nothing of the entire continent, rests upon his shoulders.
Pray tell, what do you intend to do about the salt crystals?
In truth, I cannot decide. Salt is too precious to be hoarded. We've a duty to share it with the people, which is...
Where the difficulty lies, yes. The source makes that all too clear. Salt lies at the heart of every war in Norzelia.
Would that the boundless salted sea of Rosellan legend still existed. We'd have no need of conflict if there were a source of salt for all.
My love, if I may, the discovery of the salt crystals has made two things plain to me. The first is that my mother spoke true in the legend she passed on to me.
And the other is that the goddess's teachings are nothing more than a lie built to constrain your people.
Just so. We are guilty of nothing. Yet the Roselle languish in the source, where they are looked down upon and forced to work until they die. Entire generations lost, countless lives given to Hyzant's cruelty. Cruelty created to justify Hyzant's own avarice and lust for power.
Such is the ugly lie at the heart of their teachings.
One revealed by a crystal of the mineral they hold so dear. The time has come, Serenoa. The Roselle must be freed. The salt crystals have brought us to the brink of war. We can harness this unrest, incite the Roselle to rise up and rebel against their captors.
I am with you. Believe me, I am. But you make it sound so...
Simple. Yes, I know. But the suffering of my people is so distant for everyone else. We can no longer wait for someone to do the right thing. Help isn't coming. Why else would my own mother incite rebellion? We are alone.
I swear to you, none of this feels distant to me. The Roselle live in my domain. I am betrothed to you, my dear. It couldn't feel any closer.
And I thank the stars that I have you by my side. I do. In truth, that's why I think this time will be different. Why I'll be able to accomplish what my mother could not.
I agree. But the risk is immense. Suppose we succeed, what then? Hyzant will not let us go quietly.
Of course not.
And when that time comes, you can lead the Roselle to Centralia, just as your mother wrote about in the book she left behind. Beyond the Great Falls and the Falk's domain at the end of the Norzelia River, the ancestral home of the Roselle.
But that's just a legend.
We've already found one legend to be rooted in truth. Perhaps this one is as well. And if not, at least you'll be safe from harm.
I doubt Benedict will share our feelings, though. Abandoning all we've built to embark on a journey fraught with danger in search of a legend. Yet no matter how perilous the path ahead, I would happily walk it at your side.
I trust you understand what a monumental effect the discovery of these salt crystals will have on Norzelia's history. Whatever course of action we choose will determine whether House Wolffort leaves a legacy in that history, or is expunged from it.
How would you proceed, Benedict?
I would do all I could to keep it from falling into Hyzant's hands. They already control the source. With the crystals in hand, they will solidify their grip on the realm and in time dominate it. The siren song of a false equality under their goddess shall blanket the land, claiming every domain and its people.
Even though they count me among the Saintly Seven.
Even then, for that matters little when the equality they espouse is dictated by the goddess, or should I say, the Hierophant. In the end, they will have the same life and death control over all Norzelia that they now hold over the Roselle.
And our wounds from the battle with Esfrost have only begun to heal. Hyzant will destroy us if we wage war against them in our current state.
But they stand little chance against us if we ally with Esfrost.
Ally with Esfrost? Are you of sound mind, Benedict?
Quite. Think about it for a moment. Esfrost wants nothing more than to loosen Hyzant's grip. They will go to war if it means control of the salt crystals.
Our interests are broadly aligned, yes, but...
Esfrost has been building toward precisely that purpose for some time now.
You speak of the Death Knell, the weapon that Cordelia mentioned.
Precisely. A weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield to rubble, leaving Hyzant's capital ripe for the taking. Without that weapon, we cannot win. You need only say the word, and I shall convince Esfrost to join our side.
I appreciate your candor, Benedict, and I do not doubt you could secure Esfrost's cooperation. But I fear the harder fight is within our own domain. King Roland's heart will not be easily won.
I bid you listen closely and calmly to what I'm about to ask.
From whence this somber tone?
Do you believe King Roland is fit to rule?
What are you implying?
Decorum is of little use when the fate of our realm is at stake, Lord Serenoa. Are you content to spend the rest of your life in servitude to another?
Not another word, Benedict. Roland is more than my king. He is my friend.
And you are Lord of House Wolfort, whose military prowess is known to all Norzelia. Not the guard dog of Glenbrook and Hyzant. What else are you here to do, if not to protect your house and keep its banner aloft? But you have the potential for so much more. All Norzelia could be yours if you but desired it.
Treason, if not outright regicide. These are your suggestions.
Of course not. The blood in your veins and the royal family's ring are claim enough to the throne. There is no need for violence.
I told you not to speak of that again.
But you did not tell me to forget. The time to reckon with your lineage draws near. You must make a...
I've heard enough. Leave me.
Just know that I will do anything you ask of me, Lord Serenoa. I pray that you make the right choice. Not only for House Wolfort, but for yourself.
Alright, the monologue should be coming up. Hope this works.
You are certain Hyzant's army marches for the Grand Norzelian mines?
There is no doubt.
They've heard word of the crystals.
It was only a matter of time. We knew this.
Esfrost's army gathers at Twinsgate as well.
War's breaking out over this thing, and we've got to be ready.
How will Glenbrook respond, King Roland?
There's no need to prepare for war. I have decided that we will surrender the salt crystals to the holy state of Hyzant.
What?
Furthermore, I hereby declare that the kingdom of Glenbrook and its people shall submit to the goddess and her teachings. There is no way to bring happiness to all Norzelia with the salt crystals. Which is why I have chosen a path that will allow the greatest number of people to live in equality and harmony.
How could you? Do you not see that Hyzant's dominion over Norzelia's salt is why we are in conflict already? Is the suffering of the Roselle not proof enough that the goddess's vaunted equality is a lie?
She speaks the truth, my king. Handing over the salt crystals is tantamount to giving Hyzant's goddess free reign of Norzelia. Will you so readily surrender the realm to the Hierophant?
I acknowledge the abdication of my kingdom and kingship alike. A small price to pay in my eyes, in exchange for the security and prosperity of the many.
And the sacrifice of the Roselle, is that a small price to you?
It is.
How could you say such a thing to my face?
I, for one, oppose. I would prefer to ally with Esfrost and strike back at Hyzant. The salt deposits within the mines give us the leverage we need to convince Gustadolf to join us.
Ally with Esfrost? You dare suggest we ally with the man who murdered my father?
I see no reason why we should not. You proposed abdicating the throne for the sake of the kingdom and its people. So you should have no trouble putting aside your own feelings and judging this matter dispassionately.
I cannot believe my own ears. I will not have you lecture me on feelings when it is not your father he murdered.
None of you can see beyond your own grievances. It's no wonder my people have suffered for generations. We're told to believe in the goddess, while our own lives are thrown away to make a few more grains of your precious salt. And now, even with proof that the goddess is a lie, you would watch us dig our own graves for your comfort.
Lady Frederica, please. We shall speak of the Roselle in due time.
No, I've heard that before. Your due time is never, and I will not have you cast us aside for another 3 decades or more. All else is in disarray. If Hyzant seizes the salt crystals, we forfeit the best opportunity in decades to free my people. We know the truth. We must act upon it. We must be a light in the darkness.
We cannot afford to dilute our forces when the enemy marches on us as we speak.
So we are a distraction to you?
I am merely being rational. Liberating the Roselle would be extremely dangerous. We cannot take such a risk. Suppose we succeed. How do you propose we fend off the fury Hyzant will rain down upon us?
Esfrost would pounce on us, sensing weakness at the undue burden we've taken upon ourselves.
Precisely. We would be without allies and ripe for the taking.
There is another way.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
We set out alongside the Roselle in search of Centralia.
Centralia is a myth.
The legends of my people are true.
I care not one whit if they are. I will hear no talk of forsaking the Wolffort domain.
Silence! I have heard enough to know where each of you stand. Do you all hold the courage of your own convictions?
I do.
Nothing I've heard here has swayed me.
I feel the same.
Very well. I would ask for some time to think on the matter.
Oh, is this it? I think we're gonna get it.
I understand each of you keenly, my friends. You have not arrived at these decisions lightly, and I do not doubt your convictions. Yet choosing any of the options before me risks creating a schism among the others. I cannot afford to lose any of you. Not after how far we've come. Which leaves me only one option. Nay, I mustn't give in so readily. There must be another way. One that will bind us together, not tear us asunder. Now then, to find it. Certainties first. We cannot afford to relinquish control of the salt crystals to any one nation. Salt necessarily belongs to the people, and on that point I shall not waver. There must be a way to bring about the lasting peace Roland desires without the need for Hyzant's warped teachings. Hyzant moves to take the Grand Norzelian mines as I contemplate this. It must be stopped. They will no doubt make an ostentatious show of power in an attempt to intimidate us. What's worse, they'll soon be at our door, and we'll not defeat them with our army alone. Surely there's a way we can hold them off. The wildfire, of course! Will draw them into the village and set the vast majority of their forces alight. The Hierophant will never relent, however. Hyzant will bear down on us with the full force of their army. We've no chance of winning a protracted war. Hyzant must fall, and quickly. We need Esfrost. We need the Death Snow. 'Tis the only way we'll pierce the goddess's shield. I hardly relish the thought of asking Gustadolf to come to our aid. He'll no doubt demand the salt crystals in return.
Varrog might be.
Who might help us get our hands on that weapon? Lord Svarog, yes! He swore to fight alongside us. It's time he made good on his word. We share a common enemy in Gustadolf. He'll be a boon! There is still the matter of how we invade Hyzant and incite the Roselle to rebel.
Expose the truth hidden in the statue, which we know is a pillar of salt.
Yes! We'll blast away the statue and reveal Hyzant's lies for all to see. If the Rosellan legends are true, an enormous pillar of salt rests within the goddess's statue. Revealing that will prove that the Roselle spoke truth all these years. Goddess and Hierophant alike will lose all claim to authority, leaving them open to a revolt from a united Roselle. And now we have the means to make the explosives that will bring Hyzant to its knees. Just one problem remains. How will we manage to pass through the goddess's shield? No banner could pass into Hyzant without arousing suspicion. Unless...
They're of the Consortium. They get to go in and out all they want.
Unless they've no banner at all. The Consortium, of course. One glimpse of the salt crystals ought to bring Claris to the table. So long as I play to his self-interest, the rest will follow. I have it. I've found a way to give everyone what they want most in one fell swoop. The salt crystals will belong to all, and not just a privileged few. The people of Norzelia will finally be lords and ladies of their own making. Masters of their own destinies. Benedict's fervent desire to protect the domain's integrity. Roland's yearning for equity. Frederica's resolve to free her people. I hear you all, my friends. You're not alone. nor are the countless others who look to me at this late hour. If ever there were a time to heed my father's last words, it is now. I must forge my own path and lead my people. The scales cannot save us this time. The words of my closest confidants have revealed a way forward that the scales never could. All that remains is to convince them to follow me down the path I have made. As Lord of House Wolffort, I solemnly swear an oath by which all future lords shall be bound. I will never turn my back on the promise of a better world.
It's time to party. Oh, man. Sneezing. We're doing it. We've got an epic battle ahead of us. We should get our final friend, General Avlora.
Thus did Serenoa ascertain the Scale's true purpose. Taking up the mantle of his late father, Lord Simon, and the ill-fated Dragan, Serenoa returns to present his allies with a bold new vision for Norzelia's future.
I have made up my mind. We turn the salt crystals over to no one, but we do not keep them for ourselves. Instead, we distribute them equally to every person across Norzelia and change the face of the continent.
Do you hear yourself?
Do you mean this sincerely, Serenoa?
What of the Roselle?
I speak my conscience, and I promise I have not forgotten the Roselle. Pray, grant me the time to explain my strategy. We must put an end to the teachings if we are to release the salt to all Norzelians. Which is to say, the holy state of Hyzant must fall.
So we are to take up Benedict's proposal?
No. I propose we attack on 3 separate fronts.
At the same time?
We will use our domain's wildfire to prevent Hyzant from capturing the mines. Meanwhile, I wish to negotiate an accord with Esfrost that affords us use of the Death Snow. I know full well the risks involved. However, I believe we can convince Svarog, who opposes the Archduke, that an alliance is worthwhile. Finally, we expose the falsehoods that prop up Hyzant's precious teachings and incite another Rosellan uprising. In one fell swoop, we can abase the Hierophant and throw the capital into chaos. That accomplished, we shall sack the Holy State with Esfrost at our side. With both the source and the crystals in our possession, no one in Norzelia will ever want for salt. We can bring peace, equity, and stability to all Norzelia, just as Roland envisioned. We can restore the Wolffort name to its former glory and usher it into a new era, as Benedict desires. An era, my dear Frederica, in which the Roselle shall be free once and for all. What I ask may sound impossible, but we have survived long odds before. Let us cling together and do so once again. Do any present have objections to the path I have set before us?
None from me, lad. You've quickened the very blood in my veins.
Permit me to speak plainly, Your Majesty. I am in agreement with Lord Serenoa.
We cannot dream our desires into reality. Some things must be fought for and won.
We've tried your way, Benedict. It's time we tried something new.
What say you 3?
I am ashamed to admit that my obsession with the domain's safety may have blinded me to more aggressive solutions. Your plan is audacious, perhaps even reckless, but it is not impossible, and may well be worth the risk. House Wolford is better for having you at its helm, Lord Serenoa.
The fate of my people always felt so small compared to the war raging around us. Yet you would still choose to walk a dangerous path, rather than cast the Roselle aside. It would be my honor to fight alongside you, and see this through.
I honestly thought Hyzanth would rule better than I could. That they would bring prosperity to Norzelia. I shrank from my duties and lost myself to the idea of revenge upon Gustadolf. I may well have betrayed my own kingdom. But you, Serenoa, opened my eyes to the truth. And for you, my friend, as King of Glenbrook, I shall face any enemy and lead our people to glory.
Then we've no need of the scales. Our path is decided. From here on out, we shall split into 3 regiments. Allow me to explain the role each has to play. I pray that clarifies what each regiment needs do. Prolonging the war risks slowly driving the 3 kingdoms to ruin and starving their people in the process. Not to mention, all involved will lose sight of what they were fighting for, if they haven't already.
Agreed. 'Tis for the good of all if we bring it to a swift and decisive end.
And so we find ourselves contemplating war on 3 fronts.
Hyzanth and Esfrost aren't expecting such drastic action from us. The element of surprise may deliver us victory.
As will the leader of each regiment involved in this gambit.
I shall lure the Hyzantian army to their doom here at Castle Wolford.
Svarog knows who I am, and swore he would fight alongside me. I shall depart for Esfrost and hold him to his word.
Pray, let me be the one to journey to Hyzanth. I would love nothing more than to expose their false idol for all to see, and lead my people to rebel in the name of freedom.
Then I shall secure the help of Claris and the Consortium in exchange for information about the salt crystals. He can secret you inside the capital and provide you with explosives enough to fell the goddess. Though we fight on distant fronts, we are bound together in spirit. We fight to the last for Norzelia!
Let's go.
For Norzelia!
This is going to be an arduous task. Now, give me General Evlor.
No, it can't be. General Evlora? Of the Esfrosti army?
Former General. I come to you now as a citizen of Norzelia, nothing more. I come to House Wolford in search of sanctuary. I beg you, have the mercy to take me in.
Wait here.
General Evlora, we thought you missing.
Indeed, it was your actions that caused my brief disappearance, though I bear no grudge for how the battle ended. This time, however, I come to you with a humble request. I wish to join your ranks, if you'll have me.
You wish to defect? To what end?
That we may bring this fraught and fractious chapter of Norzelia's history to a close. I would see those of Lady Cordelia's generation preside over an era of peace and tranquility. You've every right to doubt me when I say Lady Cordelia has touched me. But I swore to be her sword forevermore, not Esfrost's.
We have long been enemies. You've taken much from us in Esfrost's name. I know you to be many things, General Evlora, but a schemer and a liar are not among them. I trust that you speak true, and your talk of a swift end to this conflict appeals to me. You're of the same mind.
My lord.
Nevertheless, there remains bad blood between us. There may be some within our ranks who are less than pleased to see you.
I expect there will be. I understand their hurt, and have made my peace with it. I will suffer their slings and arrows gladly, if it means bringing peace to Norzelia.
I admire your conviction. In truth, we have already arrived at our decision. Your strength is a boon we can neither hope to replicate nor replace. I welcome you, General of Lora, to House Wolffort.
My sword is yours, Lord Serenoa.
Yes. And I got resurrection rings for everybody.
Now, Serenoa, let us divide House Wolffort into 3 regiments.
I leave the allocation of forces in your capable hands.
Choose wisely. Once the plan is in motion, we won't have the luxury of adjusting our strategy.
Understood.
Council's anywhere. Possible. There. Cordelia. We don't need both of our castles. Benedict needs to go with our... Where are you? Looks like a good crew here. Is going to be a problem. For the apothecary. Assist with healing. Good or bad, here we go.
Hyzant raises their army on the presumption they can seize the Grand Norzelian mines for themselves. The Hierophant has ordered them to destroy House Wolffort as well. We, however, will not yield. The Salt Crystals are ours, and we will defend them with our lives. Hyzanth shall bend the knee at the tip of our blades. Their army may have the advantage of numbers, but even that will mean naught against our wildfire traps. The Hyzantian army blindly obeys the Hierophant. But the Hierophant has no power here. We choose our own path, and we have the courage of our convictions. This battle is but the first step on the path Lord Serenoa has laid before us. Let us take this first step together and rejoice. For Norzelia, now and forever.
We need to go to the encampment first.
Twins Gate is sealed. Gustadolf hardens his defenses at the encampment within. We will approach the gate and request an audience. We may yet find common ground with Esfrost. The Duchy wields the Death Snell, a weapon capable of reducing the goddess's shield surrounding Hyzanth to rubble. We need that weapon if we are to break the Holy State's stranglehold on Salt, and thus Norzelia. I know this may feel a betrayal to some of you. Esfrost invaded us. They are the enemy. They murdered my father and brother. And I will never forget nor forgive them for it. But I believe if Father were still here, he would see that I go to Esfrost for the right reasons. That I ask them for aid so that we may thrive. For above all, a king's duty is to his people. And I would sooner cast out the shadows of the past by building a brighter future than lament our lot in life. I ask for your aid in building that bright future. Let us walk the path set before us by Serenoa, and lead Norzelia into a new era of peace and prosperity unlike any we've known.
To the plan. We shall slip into the capital of the Holy State, disguised as a band of merchants from the Norzelia Consortium. Lord Claris has taken on no small amount of risk in agreeing to help us gain entry. We are truly in your debt, Lord Claris.
I stand to gain more from a liberated Norzelia, where Hyzanth no longer dictates the terms of trade and commerce. In short, spare no extra thoughts for me. This is as much a business consideration as it is helping those in need.
As he says, this is for the future of Norzelia. We now endeavor to destroy the goddess's likeness that serves as a pillar of their teachings. If the Rosellan legends are true, we will find that the statue concealed a massive pillar of salt that was stolen from my people. This salt pillar is incontrovertible proof that the teachings and the goddess around which they are built are lies. The faithful will be shaken to their core, and the Hierophant's power will wane. With luck, we may even show the Roselle they were without fault, inciting them to rise once more and cast off the yoke of their oppressors. This is nothing less than a battle to wrest control of Norzelia from the clutches of a capricious and vengeful goddess. Have you prepared the explosives, Lord Claris?
Prepared and loaded onto a cart, my lady. Enough to bring the goddess back to Earth, I should think.
Excellent. Then let us depart.
You are a marvel, Lady Frederica. A Rosellan with Esfrosti blood, fighting under House Wolfort's banner. Who better than you to challenge Hyzanth's tyranny? Do you not feel the weight of destiny upon you?
This is not destiny, Lord Claris. Nothing could be less certain than the moment in which we find ourselves. Serenoa and I have traveled a long, hard road together. It brought us here, but it does not end here. and so we walk on.
Now you seek to fell the goddess. You are possessed of an iron will, if you'll forgive the expression.
I shall take that as a compliment. Watch over us, Mother.
All right, I'll be right back. Then we're going to start these battles. Okay. Is that?
From across the border, the Hyzantian army marches, its sights set on the Grand Norzelian mines. At its head is Exham Marshal of the Saintly Seven. Seizing control of the Salt is not his sole objective. He has come to investigate disturbing rumors that Serenoa Wolffort has forsaken the blessing of the goddess. Knowing the answer to that question and the repercussions it will provoke, House Wolffort and its allies have carved out a strategy on which their survival will hinge. They will divide their forces into three, each acting in concert to outwit their adversary. Roland will lead a company to the Esfrosti border, where they will entreat Lord Svarog for his support and the use of his death's knell. Frederica will lead her own retinue to the source to reveal the lies of the goddess's teachings and rouse the Roselle to action as her mother did before her. Benedict will remain in the Wolfort domain, ready to risk all in an effort to stave off the Hyzantian army. United by their faith in Serenoa's vision, each takes to their preparations with resolve, understanding fate's judgment is at hand.
Minister Exham has arrived with the full might of Hyzant in tow. He requests a parley. How diplomatic of him, considering his forces already surround the castle. Doubtless he'll demand that we surrender the salt crystals, and that we bow our heads low to the Hierophant. We'll deny him, of course, and a battle will follow. We must make ready. The common folk have been led to shelter, and we have oil aplenty. All that is left is to steel our resolves. Although our forces are fewer, we have the advantage of terrain. Prudent use of our traps will turn the tide of battle in our favor. The enemy knocks at our gates, but we must remain calm as we form our strategy. Our friends await news of our victory.
That's what I meant. As good as it's gonna get.
These traps will set our foes aflame, but at the cost of the city. We survived one battle without resorting to them, but the stakes have risen substantially. However, any means shall be justified by the end we fight for, the future we fight for. I will do what I must to win. To that end, I would survey the terrain one final time.
Here's the goats.
House Wolfort certainly has a curious way of greeting visitors.
As the Holy State has a curious way of announcing its arrival. I believe we can dispense with the formalities. We won't capitulate to your show of force.
Then you turn your back on the Holy One?
That is correct. You will not step foot inside the mines. You will not lay a single finger on the salt crystals.
I hope you understand the gravity of your words. The salt crystals represent the power to rule over Norzelia. You're a fool if you think we will let you have them.
It represents much more than that. It represents the end of your tyranny, the end of the suffering you've inflicted on our realm for generations. You care not for the happiness of the common people, nor do you give a whit for our house's survival.
And I take it that means you intend to survive this little outburst of yours. Allow me one question, then. What will you do with the salt crystals?
We will set right this world you've corrupted.
What fools you are. You would orchestrate your own destruction for something as uncertain as what is right. A pity. I had hoped young Serenoa would be a strong ally. A shame he has chosen a false cause.
History shall attest to the justice of our cause and the wickedness of yours.
I needn't await history's judgment, Benedict. You and yours are naught but heretics, and you shall share the fate all heretics share. In the name of the goddess, I declare your lives forfeit. Show the Wolfort curs no quarter. Put every last one of them to the sword.
They come. Our future lies before us. Whatever we may lose in the moments to come, we will lose much more if we do not drive Exham back. Only through this fraught path can we forge the future Lord Serenoa envisions.
Look at him. They have it. Hope for the best.
Our enemy comes to us prepared to die. Let us show them.
Today, they learn there is no comfort in numbers. Drive those zealots from our home once and for all.
Realize the gulf between our skills.
Ready for battle.
Leave everything to me.
I'll take it.
I see a path to victory.
Come at me!
No need to panic. You're not getting away.
I'll show you what I can do. I'll try my best.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Realize the
The
gulf
heavens
between
judge
our
you.
skills.
At your command.
You are not worthy of my time.
Come on, then.
Point me at him!
I see a path to victory.
Here I come. Here goes.
I've been waiting for this!
My time is now. Ah!
Looks like I'm up.
Years comes
Time to
wisdom.
take action.
Shall we begin?
At your command. None may pass.
Perfect opportunity.
Realize the
Come
gulf
on,
between
then.
our skills.
over yet! I feel much better. I'll show you what I can do.
I've been waiting for this!
Very well. I must put an end to this bloodshed. Is it my turn? You'll feel this later.
I'll take it from here.
I won't waste this food.
Ow!
I see a path to victory. This must work.
Now then. Time to end this. Realize the gulf between our souls.
Point me at him! Perfect opportunity!
Are you in need? It'll take more than that!
Now it's my turn.
What are you and your cups about? Here I come!
Realize
I've been waiting for this!
Strike while the iron's hot.
Is it my turn? You'll feel this later! Those who oppose the heavens shall fall!
I see a path to victory. I'm afraid this may hurt.
Looks like I'm up. Time to end this. Shall we begin?
Make way! You're wide open! I hope you're watching, Grandfather. Ice!
Come on, then.
At your command.
Come at me!
Strike while the iron's hot.
Shall we begin?
I'll try my best. You'll feel this later. Very well.
I won't waste.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Now then. It's nothing personal.
Point me at him! I don't play around.
Realize the gulf between our skills.
Now it's my turn. What a pain.
I stand ready. I have you now.
Time for some sorcery.
Time to take action.
I've been waiting for this!
Here goes. Take this!
Shall we begin?
Numbers are no guarantee of victory, Minister Exham.
Those who forsake the goddess's grace will not find peace. I'm here to deliver you them.
Very well. Take this!
I must find a way. This must work.
Ready for battle. Take that!
That was close.
Allow me.
I've got my sights all set.
Leave everything to me. Was nice knowing you.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Time to take
They
action.
got me.
I've been waiting for this! You are not worthy of my time.
Are you in need?
Is it my turn? Use this! My time is now. Tremble in fear!
This will be easy. I shall try my level best. Let us reverse our fortunes.
Make way! You're done for!
You are not worthy of my time.
Time for some sorcery.
No need to panic. You're not getting ready.
Now it's my turn.
Whatever it takes.
You've made me angry.
They got me.
You won't beat me! You'll have to get through me!
I stand ready.
Take
Much
this.
appreciated.
Shall we begin?
Is it my turn? You'll feel this later.
Me too!
Ready for battle. I'll end you!
The heavens judge you.
Stay down!
I see a path to victory.
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
Feisty, aren't we? What are you and your cups about?
Time to take action.
Now then. That's it!
You are not worthy of my time.
You won't beat me!
I stand ready.
Yeah.
Ready for battle. I'll end you! Here goes. You'll feel this later.
My time is now.
Take
You're
this!
right,
Realize the gulf between our skills. By the goddess.
I see a path to victory. Your defense is weak.
Time to take action.
Leave everything to me. Get out of the way!
I'll show you what I can do.
I've been waiting for this.
Looks like I'm up. It's nothing personal. A pathetic state.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
Make way. Take that!
My lord!
I knew it would work. Our hope still burns. Tremble in fear.
I shall try my level best. This must work.
This too is fate. I knew it would work.
I'll take it from here.
Time for some sorcery.
Feisty, aren't we? I've got a few tricks up my sleeves.
This is
I've been waiting for this.
Looks like I'm up.
You have my thanks.
Point me at him. Yeah, that worked, huh?
I stand ready.
Yeah.
I must keep a clear mind. Take this!
A pathetic state. Unthinkable.
Goodbye.
Now then. Now!
I'll take it from here.
There is no mercy on the battlefield.
Here I come. The fruits of my studies.
Come at me!
Come on, then. Well, that
I will
worked.
not relent!
No need to panic. You're not getting away.
opportunity! Here goes! Take this!
I stand ready.
Yeah! Time to take action.
You're finished! You will not hear me scream.
Now!
This is troubling.
Let us steel our defenses.
Time for some sorcery. Fire!
Come at me! You're done!
Now it's my turn. Was nice knowing you.
Ready for battle.
Now then. Time to end this.
I must keep a clear mind. Can you handle this?
You will not hear me scream.
Tremble in fear!
Strike while the iron's hot.
Because we're going
This
healer
is
hunting.
troubling. My turn.
My time has come.
Out of my way!
I hope you're watching, Grandfather.
You won't beat me!
Ready for battle.
Leave everything to me.
Looks like I'm up. You're not getting away.
Here goes. Our hope still burns.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Time for some sorcery.
I must find a way.
At your command.
Make way.
I'll take you on!
Come on, then.
Allow me.
Here goes. Our hope still burns.
I'll take it from here.
Here I come.
These foes are not to be trifled with.
Make way.
My time has come.
Feisty, aren't we?
You won't beat me! You're in the way!
Here goes.
Looks like I'm up.
Now then.
Time to take action.
Time for some sorcery. Lightning!
Was the top one.
Where did they find this resolve? What fuels their spirits against such odds?
The day is lost. We must retreat. You've won this battle, but the war is not over. And mark my words, I will crush your pitiful resistance with my own hands.
They flee with their tails between their legs. The cowards will think twice before trying us again. Hold your heads high, brave men and women of House Wolfort, for today is ours.
For House Wolford!
One down, 2 to go.
Roland's forces march for Twinsgate, gateway to the nation of Esfrost. Their mission is to secure the power of the Death's Knell, Esfrost's fearsome cannon, a weapon powerful enough to shatter even the impregnable goddess's shield. Whether this action ends in alliance or bloodshed depends on the judgment of Svarog, who had once promised to aid the fledgling king. However, with storms of intrigue brewing, who can say which way the wind will blow?
Work on the Death's Knell is complete then?
Just so. I have already ordered the cannon transported to Twinsgate. We shall use it to crush any who would dare attack us. Then turn it upon the goddess's shield.
Admirably done, Uncle.
I did not do this to earn your praise. You will fulfill your promise.
Of course. In recognition of your service, I hereby appoint you Prime Minister of Esfrost.
An honor to be sure. Let us weather this storm together, Gustadolf.
I'm afraid that's not quite in the cards. Sigrus?
Prime Minister Svarog Esfrost. You stand accused of illicitly smuggling salt for your own profit.
What is this madness?
We've recovered ledgers from Twinsgate, outlining every detail of your crimes. I advise you not to resist.
You are hereby stripped of your authority as Prime Minister. You will be imprisoned in jail until you are judged in the days hence.
You snake! Your only intent was to steal my creation! A creation that would not exist, save for these crimes you accuse me of. All I did for Esfrost.
Of course. Your accomplishments are not to be denied. Should you wish to argue your case, your argument will be heard.
I knew you to be cunning, Gustadolf, but I did not think you so cold as to betray your own flesh and blood. But now I see the truth. I see who was behind my son's murder.
Careful, Svarog. I advise you not to test the limits of my mercy. From this day forward, I shall be steward of Twinsgate. And I shall lead Esfrost to victory against her enemies. Take him away.
Curses! You damned traitor! Kinslayer!
Night comes. The road ahead is treacherous. Let's set our final camp here. On the morrow, we speak with Lord Svarog, steward of Twinsgate. He has promised to help us. I only hope he hasn't had a change of heart since then. However, he is not our only concern. Gustadolf's interference could bring an end to our plan before it begins. That being said, I believe with Svarog's assistance, we can win support both from within and without. And the cannon will be at our disposal. Serenoa's strategy relies on the success of the negotiations ahead. We must steel our resolve and be ready for aught the morning brings.
We've far yet to go, together.
Oh crap, she's already an elite. Damn it. Oh well, what can you do? Electro. High quality iron. there it is. I think we're good.
We're here, Twins Gate. I will let them know we come in peace. Everyone stand back. I am Roland Glenbrook, King of Glenbrook. I seek an audience with Lord Svarog. Hyzant marches upon the Grand Norzelian mines at this very moment. Their aim is the salt crystals we've recovered from the Earth. If their ambitions aren't put in check, all of Norzelia will be helpless to withstand the will of their goddess. This future Glenbrook cannot abide to pass. And I believe Esfrost is of the same mind. Let us join forces and drive them from our borders.
Your August Majesty, welcome. Had I expected your arrival, I would have prepared a suitable audience.
Gustadolf! What are you doing here? Where is Svarog?
Ah, I'm afraid he is otherwise indisposed. A little matter of treason, you see.
Let us join forces and drive them from our borders.
That voice. King Roland. He's come to make good on his word. You there! This may hurt. Gah! Gustadolf must think me frail indeed. Such green soldiers at my guard.
Do it. We're as ready as we can be.
So that's your gambit. Glenbrook and Wolford would risk everything in defiance of Hyzant. I admit you have better odds than anyone before you. Exposing the lies of the Church and inciting the Roselle to action would deal the Holy State a grievous wound.
But to approach for the killing blow, you must breach the shield. Something you could not do even with 10 times your current numbers.
And that is why you need me, or rather, my cannon. I suppose I had no reason to expect Cordelia would keep that a secret.
You've the right of it. Battle has already broken out in the Wolford domain. Time is of the essence. Pray aid us, Archduke Gustadolf, that we might topple Hyzant's tyranny.
A noble goal. However, what do you intend to do with the salt crystals when this is all over?
We'll share the Earth's bounty with all of Norzelia, Esfrost included.
Oh, and for that, we would be forever in your debt. Is that what you expect from me? To grovel before you and sing your praises? What's to stop me from cutting you down where you stand and seizing the crystals for my own?
If that was an option, surely you would have done so already. Esfrost's remaining forces can hardly challenge Hyzant. And you know this. Even at full strength, you were loath to stand against them without Glenbrook's support.
Fair enough. But need I remind you, that plan was brought to ruins by you and yours when you entered under the protection of Hyzant. How many more times will you turn your cloaks before the day is done? And moreover, how could I trust a man who is so willing to plead with his father's murderer?
If there is aught I can offer as assurance, pray tell.
I only ask that you answer this question truthfully. Do you not desire vengeance for your father's death?
More than anything. Vengeance against you and your accursed Esfrost. However, I know I must leave such grudges in the past if we are to realize a brighter future.
Such ideals. Your home, your own flesh and blood was taken from you. You would answer that with forgiveness?
It is the only path. The righteous path.
Your conviction is admirable. For what it's worth, I actually believe you. Very well. As Archduke of Esfrost, I hereby offer my answer. I refuse.
What? Why?
It was I who unearthed the salt crystals, and it is I who shall decide who benefits from them. You would treat my discovery as your own, claim what is mine by rights. For this insolent act, you deserve death.
More lies! It was Dragan who discovered the salt crystals. My son!
Lord Svarog!
You managed to worm your way out of your cell. Had you stayed obedient a few moments longer, you might yet have lived.
Enough! I know you had Dragan killed and stole the salt crystals to feed your own insatiable ambition. That you were just far to frame Glenbrook speaks to the depth of your depravity.
Foolish ramblings. I did not think captivity would affect your mind so soon.
Silence! Your scheming has gone on for long enough. You judge others for taking what is yours, yet you do not scruple to seize upon the accomplishments of others. My son had his own ambitions. You fed off his success, then murdered him! As you surely would have done to me. My usefulness to you long since past.
The accused so often lash out blindly.
And now it is your turn, Gustadolf. Me and mine are not the only victims of your blind ambition. Thalis, Erica, even Frederica. All pawns to use as you saw fit. All to be discarded when their usefulness wore out. You would speak of freedom. The only freedom you care for is the freedom to sate your thirst for power. Loyal servants of Esfrost! See now the monster before you laid bare!
I was there when the Archduke received word of his siblings' deaths. He didn't even blink.
All this fighting. And for what? Do we have Glenbrook's blood on our hands? This would mean you deceived all of Esfrost. That you led us into battle under false pretenses.
Sikris, Svarog is in league with the enemy. Kill him now.
Answer me, Your Grace. Was it truly Glenbrook that ordered Lord Dragan's assassination?
Have you taken leave of your senses, fool? I said kill Lord Svarog. Now!
No. If you truly believe in the freedom you espouse, He deserves to be judged based upon the truth. Ah! Your Grace, what have you...
I'll suffer none to disobey me.
You spell your own doom, Kustadolf. By your own hand, you have revealed what you truly are. A feral beast who must be put down. By my side, King Roland, I made a promise, and I intend to fulfill it here and now.
I'm with you, Lord Svarog. To my side, friends. Today we bring an end to the Archduke's tyranny and secure our future!
Gila here, do we?
Those who disobey will not live to see the morning sun.
Now we repair the twisted form you have shaped Esfrost into.
Weapons at the ready! Advance!
I shall lead Esfrost to glory.
Shadows conceal me.
My turn. This is where you fall!
My turn now.
To end this fight!
My apologies.
I shan't hold back.
Strike true!
Choices, choices.
Behave. The hunt is on.
I will crush you!
I can't lose.
Whatever it takes. To victory!
It's time.
Ow!
Let me return the favor.
Now then, to work.
I see right
I
through you.
shall lead Esfrost to glory. Our ideals can only be realized by dint of strength, words and reason. I had thought to teach this lesson by example of your father and brother.
I dreamt of killing you, Kustadolf. But now I feel hollow.
You could have chosen the easy path of submission. You should have let death take you, Athlora. It does not befit you to stand with these fools.
I have not forgotten my debt. That is why it is my duty to stop you.
You have stained the history of our nation with your betrayal. One of us falls.
No! Victory
Once
is
more.
within reach. This victory is within reach.
mine.
I can do this. Back on my feet.
Now I'll see this battle through.
Charge! Be gone!
On my honor as the Dawn Spear.
So, the Dawn Spear yet lives.
Indeed. Fate dragged me from the depths and delivered me to you, that I might give them a life in return. That I can avenge Glenbrook in the meantime is all the better. Prepare to die, Gustadolf. There!
This battle is ours. Lend me your wings, Ruby. This battle is won. Let's play.
Good night.
I shall lead Esbrook to glory.
Had I the strength at the time, I would have...
You do not possess the strength even now.
You've ever been too prideful to see the good in others. It's a shame you'll never learn.
I can't lose.
So it comes to battle. Here's a little something special for you. I really feel like I've grown.
Whatever it takes.
Here you
Leave the
go.
rest to me.
Too obvious.
Flee while you have the chance. I am finished. This will hurt.
Good. Be gone from my sight.
Where was I?
Come on!
I shall lead Esbrook to glory.
I will end this.
Allow me.
Gustadolf Esfrost has only begun to fight.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes.
You're open.
I can do this. I pray this helps.
Time to take flight.
Goodbye, Gustav.
My name is Huette Bucklar of the Glenbrook Kingsguard. For your crimes against my country and my king, you shall pay with your life.
Soldiers should swing their swords, not pass judgment. I shall teach you the importance of knowing your place.
Goodbye!
No, it cannot be.
It's over, Gustadolf.
Easy peasy.
You're beaten, Gustadolf. Any final words?
No. I lived how I deemed fit, and I shall die just so.
So be it.
King Roland, wait. Your reign has only begun. You needn't sully your hands with this foul deed. Allow me. I'll finish this on behalf of Esfrost.
As you will.
Get on with it. Avenge your son.
You stood ever apart, Gustadolf. 'Twas your greatest weakness, and perhaps your greatest strength.
We shall meet again before long, Uncle.
Oh, he's dead.
Gustadolf has paid for his crimes, and will commit no more. I shall succeed him as Archduke. And I pledge to assist Glenbrook in aught it requires to bring an end to Hyzant's tyranny.
Do you truly mean this, Lord Svarog?
My son had a vision for this realm. Were he still with us, I know he would stand with you, as I do now.
I thank you, my friend.
First order of the day. Get the knell moving. Our destination? The Goddess's Shield.
Aye!
As Benedict matches wits with Minister Exam at Castle Wolffort, and Roland risks the wrath of the Archduke at Twinsgate, Frederica embarks on her own mission. Under the false banner of the Consortium, she hides her forces, marching steadily toward the Hyzantian Holy State. With the aid of Claris, she aims to gain entrance into the Source, that she might lead her people from their prison. Meanwhile, in the Rosellan village, Jerome has gathered his people to share the news of Frederica's exploits.
Everyone, listen well. We've received a missive from Lady Frederica. It seems House Wolffort has made good on their word, and taken the first steps toward a new future for Norzelia. Even now, Lady Frederica marches for the Source, where she intends to free our brothers and sisters from their prison.
So bold for one so young. Truly, she is her mother's daughter.
In her letter, she outlines the details of her plan. The road ahead of her is trying, but not impossible. However, she warns that failure may incite Hyzant's wrath, and asks that we flee for our own safety. Even now, she has only our best interests at heart.
Were this letter to fall into the wrong hands, the results would be grave indeed. She risked much to warn us.
What should we do, my lord? Prepare to flee?
Yes, at once. But I do not ask all of you to flee. Lady Frederica risks life and limb for us all. I would not let her do so alone. I intend to go to her. Whatever danger she may face, we face it together.
You may meet with the full wrath of Hyzant. Are you ready for that?
Aye. And I welcome any who are of the same mind to join me. I ask the rest to watch well over those who would stay behind. If we do not return, I ask you to survive. To live.
These bones aren't too brittle for another fight. It's time to pay the debt we owe the Wolffords.
I'm with you. Noselia will sing of the courage of the Roselle.
We ain't letting you take all the glory, Jerome. You're gonna have to share it around.
The village will be in good hands while you're away. We won't let anyone do us harm.
Thank you, my friends. Those who would fight, take up your weapons and march. We make for Hyzant at once.
Aye! Ooh, this is a surprising turn of events.
I suspect soon we shall have a bird from Minister Exham bearing good news.
It shan't be long before the mines are under our dominion.
That's not my worry. I wonder whether the wall forts will obey.
They owe us their lives, and more besides. They wouldn't dare scorn all the Hierophant has given them.
Even if they have no great love for our nation? Even if they've cast aspersions on our past deeds?
I advise you to be cautious with your words. You edge dangerously close to heresy. And not even one of the Saintly Seven is immune from the Goddess's judgment.
Of course. My apologies. Pray forget my foolishness.
So long as you understand. That being said, the Wallforts have but recently come into their station. And the inexperienced often reach beyond their grasp.
Where are you going?
To ensure the city is in order. My intuition tells me something wicked stirs within her streets. My long years have attuned me to her pulse, and I can tell when it has quickened.
I'll handle the guards. Don't move a muscle, any of you. Don't even breathe. Hail! I am Claris of the Consortium. I bring goods for trade in the city, if you'll give me leave to pass.
Claris! Consortium's working you hard.
In these dangerous times, 'tis a privilege to be in such good employ. But you worked even harder than I. Here, a small token of my appreciation.
You always have been a thoughtful man. Go on, then.
Wait. We cannot allow unscheduled goods into the city without inspection.
Fine. Guess there's no such thing as being too careful.
You needn't worry. Minister Kamsel of the Saintly Seven sent for these goods himself.
He did?
Oh, yes. Look closely, and you'll see.
What have you done? Ah, you snake! I must call for reinforcements!
Claris, are you all right?
My apologies. Luckily, mine was the only face they saw. Allow me to distract the troops. Use the opportunity to sneak into the source, my lady. Don't forget the explosives we've packed away, either. We'd make poor guests without them.
You're going alone? You risk too much.
Ah, my lady. But you do not become a merchant of my standing without a little risk. Pray save your worry for yourself. I've wagered quite a great deal on your success, after all. And I abhor calculated losses.
Thank you, Claris. I promise this arrangement will give cause to celebrate before long.
We must hurry, or else Claris's bravery will be for naught.
Let's go. register the Rosellas here somewhere. Or the Rosella casualty. Hate that. Damn, I don't see it.
Serenoa, pray, allow me to appeal to my people. Such is the duty passed down to me by my mother's deeds.
Of course. The audience is yours.
My fellow Roselle, I am Frederica Esfrost, daughter of Orlea, who led you and your forebears from the bonds of servitude 30 years ago.
I knew I recognized you from somewhere. You're the spitting image of her. What's Lady Orlea's flesh and blood doing in this goddess-forsaken prison?
I am here to free you from it. I would see the end of Hyzant's tyranny alongside my betrothed, Lord of House Wolfort. Rise up and join us. Hyzant wavers even now, and the Roselle can be the gust of wind that topples them from their lofty heights.
You speak like her too. Same heartfelt words. But look where those got us.
We were lucky enough to be spared our lives once. They won't be so generous a second time.
We're still paying for our sins, for thinking the salt of the realm could be ours. The goddess will forgive us. She will. We only need suffer a short while longer.
Suffer? No! Don't swallow those lies!
Enough!
Minister Camsel, Claris, are you...
I'm sorry, my lady. I couldn't get away.
He has more resolve than a common merchant has a right to. Better men have broken under lesser interrogations than his. Still, I can always smell a rat. 'Twas only a matter of time before I caught the stench of rebellion. Led by none other than the Lady Frederica. I knew you could not change your nature. Your punishment shall be a lesson to your fellow sinners, just as your mother's once was.
I should have known. It was futile to resist.
Forgive us, Goddess. It wasn't us that sinned. No, it wasn't. And it never has been. The Rizal are guilty of naught but wanting the same freedom as others. You have been deceived by the Goddess's lies. If my strength of conviction is not plain enough through words, then let my actions speak for me.
Heretics to the very last! Show them the full measure of the Goddess's wrath!
Damn, it's really the only archer we have.
By the Goddess, I shall not let heretics defile her sacred land! At my back, today we purge the sickness from our home!
Your cruelty has left the Rizal beaten and battered, bereft of the will even to anger at the injustice being done to them. However, today I will remind them. I will remind them they are worthy of more and reignite the courage within their hearts. Fight with me, friends! We march under the banner of freedom!
Let me heal your wounds.
Fear not, for I am by your side.
Shall we?
Shall I?
Defeat is not an option. We doing this?
Coming through!
I'll do my best! Pick up! I've still got lots to learn!
Let me show you what I've learned. For myself.
You cannot impede progress!
Let's see now.
There are always consequences.
Cool heads shall prevail.
Now then.
I leave no survivor.
To work.
You're open!
From where shall we strike?
Unite under the Wolford
Blood
banner!
boiling. Aye.
I'll do my best! Here I go! Calculin 3.
Allow me. For myself.
Lionel has arrived!
Well, with this terrain, I should...
Shall we?
Cool heads shall prevail.
Allow me.
For these old bones.
Ready or not, here I come! Take that! I've still got lots to learn!
From where shall we strike?